What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the R. Wow, already fucked up.
Come on, son.
Nah, how's that a fuck up? It's
I
RNW.
I can
It's the
edit this out.
pod.
Welcome to the RNW Pod. It's your boy Interest We Trust. We got Drew the God, and we got my man's HB Bitch here for another episode. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about the shit that's hot right now. You feel me? And just like we normally do, we're gonna kick it over to Drew to give us our news for the week. I'm sure he got some shit to drop for us. So let's go.
This I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This probably was the craziest week in wrestling in a minute. I know we ain't had no John Cena on Club Shay Shay type podcast, but this week was crazy. So first and foremost, the OG JBL is still wrestling.
Old ass nigga.
Your man JBL pulled up to GCW. Do y'all know what that is? Yeah, you got
Nah,
any
I
idea
don't.
what? So GCW essentially is like ECW on crack cocaine. That's where John Moxley started his career. It's basically all deathmatch wrestling. The dude Nick Gage, who was in AEW like last year, he robbed the bank while he was working at GCW. That's how reckless GCW is. So yeah, JBL pulled up. He challenged Matt Cardona, who used to be Zack Ryder, for the
Mhm.
GCW World Title. What y'all think about JBL still being active in wrestling, especially in a deathmatch setting, not like some controlled WWE AEW type shit?
I don't like that shit. And that shit don't make sense to me. To be quite honest, bro. Like you too old for that. You too old for that. When you was Bradshaw, bro, in the APA, maybe you could have got away with that, but not JBL. Not JBL. Now, what is he in his like 60s now?
He's 57.
He's in his 60s. Nah, he's too old to be doing death matches and shit. Like
Trey said, we rounding up.
we rounding up, bro. You're too old to be doing that. I mean, I wish him the best. I hope he doesn't like severely injure himself doing that type of wrestling because that type of style is for the young bucks. No puns.
It's not even for them. I don't even. Yeah, I don't like. I don't think that like mainstream pro wrestlers are built for the GCW life.
Mhm. Nah, he needs to hang it up. But that's my take on it. What about you, HB?
Yeah, he's old as shit. To say the least. He's definitely old as shit. But man, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, why not? I mean, he probably didn't get to go out the way he wanted to go out in the WWE and figure like, yo, let me have my last ride, come back and do some wild shit. He bugging out, but why not? I mean, his style itself is not really hurtful to him. It's gonna hurt other people because he be clotheslining the shit out of people. But like his style might permit him to get a few matches off, let him show himself in a different light, and then maybe come back for a little small run in the WWE, even as like a manager or talking piece that pops up every now
Hmm.
and then, and he get to go out the way he want to go out. I don't see why not. It's still wild
Yeah.
though, but I don't see why not.
His old
Yeah.
ass is not taking no bump on some tax and shit. He's not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I think he's really wilding. Like I'm with Trey. He's wild. Yo, so David Arquette, I don't know if y'all remember, he's an actor or whatever. He won the WCW championship back in the day. So David Arquette, after winning the WCW title, really got into wrestling for real. He wrestled Nick Gage, and son punctured his artery in a match, and your man almost died. So like that's the world he's stepping into. Now JBL ain't no slouch. I ain't saying he pussy and none of that. Like for sure, he'll whoop mine. So I'm definitely not taking no clotheslines from hell. But like y'all said, he old as hell.
Yeah, he shouldn't be doing this shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the next story, since we brought up Matt Cardona and GCW, Matt Cardona made it clear to everybody that he wants to finish his career in WWE, and he's looking for a comeback under the name Matt Cardona, not as Zack Ryder. makes a lot of sense. His wife, Chelsea Green, is the WWE superstar. You know, she gets a lot of push, even though she don't win a lot of matches. What y'all thinking about Matt Cardona coming back?
I say if it works for him, if he's okay with whatever creative has for him, coming back and it's something that works, come back, retire.
Mm-hmm.
I remember very little. I don't think I was really watching wrestling like that again when he was Zack Ryder. I do remember the name, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that he was pretty decent in the ring. Again, that's from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, hey, I don't think he did anything crazy. I don't think he was who's that person that messed up Randy Orton's back? Somebody else. He did a back suplex and Randy landed messed up and he got so
Mm.
pissed off. I forgot his name and he said it was his fault. But anyway, I don't think it was Zack Ryder. But if he wants to come back, come back. Retire WWE. Why not?
I don't know
Yeah.
about him too much. So,
Yeah.
but fuck it,
So
What's
step
that?
back to the WWE, do your thing.
it's lit.
It's lit. You
Heavy.
know what I'm saying?
You know,
Like,
saying fuck it, it's lit.
fuck it,
So
I
for
don't
some
give a fuck.
context, so Matt Cardona got released 2020 in the middle
Mhm.
of COVID, like right when they, was making a shift. Matt Cardona on a yearly basis makes close to $5 or $6 million a year on the indies.
Mm,
So for context, um the two highest paid wrestlers in AEW make $5 million. And
mm.
that's Jericho and Mercedes Moné.
Really? So
In
Montez.
WWE, that would be like his yearly earnings would put him close to the top. Like he would be top 10 salary in WWE based on that. I'm sure he's not gonna get 5 million
No.
to go to WWE again, but still like he basically did what Cody did. He went on the indies, made himself hot, and then now he's a bargaining chip to like try to get more bread.
He might,
Not
he
bad.
might, he might make that shit with the merch combined. If he's that popular, they might sign him for,
Oh yeah.
and he might make more than that shit. Now I'm familiar with Zack Ryder. I know the name. Like I'm not familiar with his in-ring work, similar to Che, but I know
Hmm.
Ryder. I
Mm,
know his face. I know what he looks like. Still don't
Yeah, he
know.
was popular. He
Yeah.
was popular back in the day. He definitely like much like Cody. Once he went on the Indies and now he's wrestling matches we never imagined being. Like it's made him more popular, and he's definitely moving merch. I don't know if WWE will push him the way he probably needs to be pushed or wants to be pushed, but he might not care about that because now, like, it seems like he's getting close to the end of his career.
Hmm.
So
right. We just want to ride off into the sunset, but under the WWE umbrella. Do that, bro.
yeah,
There's a lot of money to be made if you retire. I think because you could sign a Legends deal, you could sign crazy deals with WWE that could still make you some money after you retire from in-ring work. So
facts, and put me in the Hall of Fame. Shit, fuck it,
yeah,
go crazy.
absolutely.
The next story, this one is a doozy. I don't know if y'all heard about this because it was like everywhere. Like this is not even wrestling news no more. Like so, Nikki Bella's husband Artem got arrested Thursday morning for DV.
Mm,
Not a lot of details out there, but essentially, someone called for 911. The emergency service was halfway there. Then somebody else called and said, we don't need it. And then somebody backed out a second call to 911 to say that they do need it. Someone was treated for some injuries, and your man got packed up.
Let me put my
mm.
glasses on for this one.
Like, let me drink some 40 Deuce for this one. Cause
Uh,
when I heard, I was like, whoa,
that's wild.
whoa.
I'm not gonna
I know
hold
my
you.
man John Cena was on Twitter like,
Uh,
Exactly. I was just thinking that. Like, hold on, go ahead, HB. What you
nah,
see
go
what you got
ahead.
to
Go
say?
ahead. I want to make sure. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Nah, I just think it's wild, bro. Like, damn, like Nikki Bella, and then like you put your hands on her. Again, I don't know the details.
facts.
I don't know the details behind what, but just the fact that you were the one that got arrested, and you decided, first of all. I'm just gonna take a stance. I don't fuck with domestic violence. Don't put your hands on nobody. That's men,
Mm-hmm.
men and women. Don't put your hands on
Mm-hmm.
anybody. You feel me? So
Message.
I'm sorry, you just missed
That was
that.
crazy. Yo, that was crazy. That endorsement was crazy. Yo. Oh man, make sure you
So
clip that up.
I got you.
What?
Um,
I'm saying that he said the right thing.
No,
Like,
no, it was not. Look, we agree with what Trey said. It was what you did.
you
That
would,
shit was. It was fire, but it was too crazy. Um,
nah,
but
keep
yeah,
that shit in. Like,
nah, but yeah, like don't put your hands on nobody. And the fact that
mm,
you took it upon yourself to put your hands on Shorty, like you don't do that. That's a no-no. So again, I don't know the details behind it, but just off of that, bro, nah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you, fam.
um, I don't know her man though. Who her man?
Son is from Dancing with the Stars. So let me give
Oh,
some more understanding. So Nikki Bella, like, what was it, like 2015 or had been 2015. She was on Dancing with the Stars. I think she got like close to the end. She ain't win. I think Shump, that might have been the year Shump won. She like was still cool with Son. This is when she's still dating John Cena. John Cena proposed to her at WrestleMania, even though he really didn't want to get married, but he like compromised that, but he really didn't want kids. So ultimately, that's the reason why they broke up. It was like she broke up with John Cena because he didn't want to have kids, and then she ended up like having a kid with Son like a year and a half later when her
and
sister was having a kid. And it, all right, so full disclosure, I thought that was crazy. I feel like she jumped out the window, Ron Browns, and she didn't. I don't feel like she really knew Son.
Hmm.
I feel like she just was trying to get what she wanted because John Cena wasn't willing to compromise everything for her,
Hmm.
and that was detailed in a TV show. So if people don't know what I'm talking about, you can go watch it. Total Divas, whatever. Ultimately, I think she rushed a marriage and having kids with a dude she ain't really know like that. I hope to God that he hasn't been beating her this whole time and she finally got to the point that now she's calling.
Right.
I hope she's taking care of herself. Like Trey said, nobody should be getting beat up or have their hands, people putting their hands on them. But at the same time, like there is something to me to knowing your partner. And in today's like dating climate, people are so quick to be able to post engagements and weddings and kids that they're not even really actually knowing their partners that they engage in all these actions and commitments with.
Absolutely. It's that's a whole nother discussion when we talk about social
Hmm.
media and the effect on people and their lives and shit. But that's a separate discussion. But absolutely, I agree. Yeah. But I mean, I hope she's healthy. I hope she's all right. I hope she's
Hmm.
not in serious pain. Again, I don't know the details behind it, but I do wish her the best.
um, I share the same sentiments. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. DV is not something you should be doing, and I do wish her the best. With all that being
Thanks.
said, fuck it. Um, yeah, like the whole John Cena thing is kind of crazy because she kind of went on a spree shooting John Cena down every chance she got. And no relationship is perfect. Everybody had their ups and downs. And I'm not trying to seem like the guy that's like, oh, I'm always going to defend the guy and whatnot. But if the relationship wasn't working for you and you wasn't getting what you feel like you needed out of the relationship, then so well be it. You end it and you move on and do what you got to do. I barely heard John Cena say anything about Nikki Bella when their relationship pretty ended. And he was out putting himself out there saying that he wanted to be with her, damn near crying on TV and shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then once they ended, it didn't work out. She went on a spree to shooting him in the foot every chance she got. And then a couple years later, now you in some DV shit. So John Cena wasn't really that bad, was he? Like, come on, like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, if the shoes was on the other foot and the guy was out here talking crazy,
Mm.
People will be
he ain't
dragging him.
people
Hmm.
dragging him. He been running through the mud. He a man. He shouldn't be doing that. He's emotional. Seems sassy. Whatever the shit y'all want to say now. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Heavy on the sassy.
Yeah, you can't defend yourself without being sassy. Like, because I said no, I don't want to pick you up with Sassy. That's crazy. But like, but with all that being said, Joseph Side is like, yo, you try to kill a man's image, which is the way how he makes money, just to down the line, your baby father, your husband out here possibly doing some DV shit. Like it's outrageous. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
I hope she do find some solace, heal herself, get out of that tumultuous relationship. But that's a lesson learned. Like, yo, don't, sometimes, if shit don't work out, keep it moving. Keep it graceful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because now John on the other side, living his truth, doing well for himself,
Married,
married,
got a
happy.
good relationship. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And you getting with homie a whole year after having a baby is wild shit. Like, come on, son. Because if it was on the other foot, son, like, oh, he was cheating on her the whole time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and all that. But don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. That's
Facts.
what I'm gonna
Nah,
say.
facts. I agree. And then the last story in this crazy news block, I actually was hyped, but at the same time, a little bit concerned. Um, Netflix has shot and produced a Vince McMahon 6-part, 1 hour episode docuseries
No chance.
highlighting his rise and fall as the founder of WWE. Now, there's one caveat to it. They did not reach out to Janelle Grant, who was the shorty who's suing Vince right
Mhm.
now. They didn't reach out to her or any of her lawyers to like interview her, but basically they have interviewed and connected and chronicled with everybody else. I'm sure
Smart.
this is going to be unbelievable because Netflix. I've yet to see a production of theirs that was like lackluster. I've seen poor acting efforts, but never
Mhm.
like the production is bad. So, what y'all think about this Vince McMahon doc?
Oh, that shit fire. That shit is fire.
It come out next month too. Like we don't even got to wait that long.
I'm glad they didn't get Homegirl in it because I feel like that would have caused a whole bunch of it's an ongoing lawsuit. She probably don't need to have all of that going, too much attention on herself or whatnot. So that's just smart for both parties in terms of Netflix, her and Vince. It's just a whole
Mm-hmm.
smart thing. But everybody else, which is like real known and maybe approved and approved information is can be in the whole documentary. So I think that's fire. I think it's I don't want to say it's fire because it documents his downfall, but it shows like what he created for most of us, which was WWF and the childhood that we all had.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, it came to a comic landing. You know what I mean? But it shows the good and it's going to show some of the bad. You know what I'm saying? And it shows he's a true life heel. He's the best heel of WWF that we ever had. Like, the best. Like so, that's my take on it.
Um, I agree. I feel like this is going to be a good watch. This is going to be a great watch. It's going to be great for wrestling fans. Again, for those who HB said, who grew up with the WWF and everything that he produced and created, this whole spectacle of sports entertainment and took it to the next level. And to also see the downfall behind it, it's a dope. It's going to be a great watch. I just don't know how it would paint him. I don't know what they're going to talk about because again, they
Mm-hmm.
like you said, they haven't reached out to the woman, so at least she won't be interviewing, but I'm sure they probably touched on it, maybe
Yeah.
because again, they're talking about
Oh
his
no, not so
downfall.
they're gonna talk. So they're gonna talk about the lawsuit, and so the journalists that wrote the stories that uncovered all this, they got interviewed for this.
Okay.
I agree with y'all in terms of like the grief that this lady might be dealing with because them text messages was vicious, boy. So
Mhm.
I ain't even going for like Vince he's a wild boy.
Yes.
He's outrageous. He probably should go sit down for somewhere with Diddy and them because
Freak nasty.
he's
Nasty.
vicious. So I'm not even gonna
Horny.
make it seem like I'm in the middle. Like I'm not standing in the gap for Vince. He fucked up. He was bugging. But I do wish we at least heard from like her lawyers to get a version of her side. so that maybe she didn't have to like go through the trauma of having to like tell it on camera and all that. But because I'm sure she
Mhm.
got to do it in the courtroom, so let's leave it to that. But like, at least have like somebody tell her side, so that it doesn't seem like it's everybody just sticking up for Vince, possibly.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, this shit is giving the last dance of wrestling. Like this is Michael Jordan's last dance of wrestling.
And you know what? It was funny that you say that because I thought with the Last Dance that it's going to be sort of a double-edged sword for Michael Jordan because you have Michael Jordan, the great basketball player, but also showed you a
Mm.
side of Michael Jordan that not everybody was privy of.
Barely
Yeah,
though. He
yeah,
cleaned that joint up nicely.
yeah, but still, and so it's like I don't know, it's gonna be good. I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
be watching it as soon as it drops. Definitely, we'll definitely talk about it.
September 25th,
We're definitely talking about
Netflix.
it on the pod. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm actually surprised it's actually yeah, honest, I'm surprised it's actually coming out. I didn't think Vince would be okay with that or would do anything in his power to, you know, nix
They
that.
said, bro, they said he got like over 10 hours or 20 hours of interviews that they're using for this doc
Mm,
that he cleared for the doc.
mm. Oh yeah, so that just
So
makes it even more interesting. I'm with
yeah,
it. I'm with it.
yeah.
All right,
So I
cool.
mean that's the news for right now. Shit crazy. You know, if you watching this in the future, we recording this the night before Bash in Berlin.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Speaking of Bash of Berlin, let's get up to the lead up to Bash of Berlin. So we got this week's shows coming up. I'm gonna be quite honest, I did not watch Raw. So you guys might have to fill me in on Raw. I didn't watch much of it, so I really can't talk about what happened. So I will
Mhm.
let y'all take it away on
I
Raw.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Raw was mid as hell.
Mm,
Outside, if you remove the last 20 minutes with Strowman and Bronson Reed, you could toss most of that shit in the trash.
Match of the night.
I mean, I like honestly, we done seen enough of the Dom and Rhea and like, well, let's just get to the match this weekend.
mm,
Um, the Intercontinental triple threat matches is dope. Like so we got a couple of good matches from that. But other than that, Raw was really lackluster. I don't think Punk or no Drew was on. Oh no, Punk and Drew were on. Punk hit under the ring. He also went live on Instagram while he did it, which was kind of dope.
wow.
But we done, that was crazy. So he's under the ring watching like his phone
Hmm.
of Raw as it's playing, and then he jumps up and gets
That's
some. But
crazy.
like without that context, it was basically the same. Drew or Punk comes out, they talk shit about the other person, and somebody runs in and they fight. So yeah, I think that while they're doing a good job of telling long term stories, the build up to the pay per views is sometimes too long.
Hmm.
Because the last pay per view was what, beginning of this month, so like 4 weeks ago. So here we are 4 weeks later. I remember being a kid, and the 4 weeks seemed like it was like the perfect amount of time. But I think some of the stories, like if the story's been running for a long time, we're talking like 5 months of stories. We're not talking about 3, 4 weeks of stories. So I think that some of the stories are a bit too stretched out. So like I'm just ready for a Bash in Berlin in terms of Raw. The Raw stories is cool, but we done seen them play out on every episode since SummerSlam.
Gotcha.
Uh, I mean, I think back then they did a better job of adding new nuances to the stories, which kept you kind of peeked into the story. Like it was a different nuance added to kind of make the story pop at the right time. I think now, like I agree, like it's been stretched out opposed to adding different nuances that or different variables that would make the story. Like they did it, they hit it on the button when it came to like the bloodline. Like each week or two,
Mm.
there was a different variable added, whether that was The Rock, whether that was Seth, whether that was Kevin Owens, Randy. There were different things added to make the story pop. I don't think they're doing it so much because these are smaller storylines. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's some exhaustion. Um, yeah, the show was whack. There was a few. It was a few good fire shit that came from it. I think Braun Strowman and what's his name
Bronson Reed.
Brunson Reed stole the show. Um, I'm becoming a big ass fan of Brunson Reed. Like I mess with it. He a big guy, but he be trying to rumble. He be taking big bumps. He's really ruthless.
Hmm.
Like his attitude is like made for the show, and he's becoming like a fan favorite. First of all, his
Mhm.
big ass crushed the whole car. I thought that was fire.
I
Um,
did see that clip. I did see that clip. I thought that was
yeah,
wild. Yeah.
yeah, that was a crazy vision. Got up, walked out. Um, I think if WWE do what they need to do, he could be pretty big or be one of those big monster men that they've been needing for so long and build him and Braun Strowman the right way to be those kind of fellas. And I think he's a nice addition. I think the Rhea and Dom story, I think they should have stuck more to more like vignettes and back how can I say locker room stuff happening and stuff
Like the
like that.
skits and all that.
Like the
Hmm.
skits, I think the skits would have worked better this week opposed to
Hmm.
like the
The
match
same,
stuff.
the
Yeah.
same match and then running and
Mm,
we done
yeah.
seen it. We done seen
Yeah.
it. Like not like I agree. Like I think the formula works, but like mix it up a little bit. And I think that they have added nuances, but like not all of them hit.
Mm,
Like when you mentioned the bloodline, like even right now, as much as I could say the Bloodline 2.0 is not as good as that OG Bloodline, like even I don't even want you want to transition to SmackDown?
We can go on to SmackDown.
But
Let's
yeah,
talk
fuck
about
Raw.
it.
Raw wasn't it this week. I'll give Raw a C minus this week. It passed.
Mm.
It got us
Mhm.
to Bash at Berlin, but it wasn't like a hot way to go into the pay per view. But
Serviceable.
yeah, it gets by. So like for SmackDown, when we talk about like Bloodline 2.0, the video they played tonight with Solo explaining his plans as the tribal chief
Mhm.
and how he took, the lay back from Roman and how he doesn't care whether Kevin Owens or Cody wins. He's bringing the title back to the bloodline and like that's the type of shit we need sometimes. So like I agree with Shanor, like if they do that with the Judgment Day from time to time, like don't have them on TV this week. Have people be anticipating them on TV, but like give me a video instead.
Mhm. Or some
Like
locker
switch
room
it
stuff.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do something like that. Don't well, I'm saying if you show them in the building, everybody's expecting them to come out
Mm,
Right.
at some point. So like give me a video. That was a nice high gloss, great production video with cut scenes and things that they beat up, them acknowledging him. At some point, Jacob tries to put the lay on him and he's like, chill, I'm still talking. And
Mhm.
when he does it, like they all throw up the one, I'm like, I see what y'all doing. Y'all reestablishing Solo as the tribal chief in a stronger way than you have on TV so far. Great.
Mhm.
That's what we needed.
I like that. I like that a lot. Um, and to continue on with SmackDown, there's a few things I want to talk about. So, one, the Andrade Carmelo Hayes match. I don't know if y'all saw that. They are cooking, bro. They are cooking. And they're 2-2 now. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that they went 4 matches is wild because you don't really see that. Usually they go 3, whoever wins the best out of 3, then you move on to the next. They went 4 now, so they gotta go 5. They gotta go 5 to see best out of 5, or shit, they might do a fucking whole final series, best out of 7. Who knows? But at
Facts.
this point, they cooking though. They are cooking like. And at the end, the one thing I want to talk about at the end when I seen Carmelo spit, he spit at Andre. I was like, yo, was that real? Was that like within the storyline? Because
Mm-hmm.
again, we amongst us in our own time, we talk about it. You couldn't pay me enough. I'm sorry, you couldn't pay me enough money to have somebody spit on me like that, and I just let that shit happen. Like I might just lose character, get up, rock his shit, and that'll be it. Like what are you doing? But
Hmm.
nah, that shit was fire. Let me see what else.
They deliver.
Yes.
Like the two of them can deliver. They both really good. It doesn't matter if they wrestle other people, they still deliver. I just and I said it last week. I don't care at this. Like now that it's tied, I care a little bit more.
Mhm.
But it seems like Carmelo has squeaked by the two times he won. Like last
Okay.
week, it was kind of some bullshit, and then this
Mhm.
week, he basically was packed up. I still don't know how he kicked out that one moonsault slam of the top rope, but shout out
That
to him.
was fire.
That
That
was
was fire.
crazy. And he like boom, hit his signature, hit his finisher, wins the match, and then he does the spit joint, which again that adds to it. But where are we going? Like, is the winner gonna face LA Knight? Is the
True.
winner getting ready to, be next up against Cody? Because it seems like that line is real long.
Right.
So, like, what's the purpose of what they doing other than Andrade is helping get Carmelo, prepared for this level?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's looking sharper by the week. Melo, remember we
Hmm.
talked about that before. He kind of look like he knows what he's doing, but he kind of thinking.
Hmm.
It's not like the pace that it needs to be, so you can sell us that,
Yeah.
like, okay, you're just wrestling. Like he's looking sharper each time
Oh yeah. Yeah.
they go in. Andrade, he's a really and truly like he's great with that. Like he's great with pacing. He could keep moving. He could keep going. He could wrestle at a high pace. He could do high off the rope stuff, power moves. Like he's one of
Hmm.
those guys. So it's a good pairing. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things where they taking their time and building Mellow. All right, you're gonna
Hmm.
fight somebody you're gonna wrestle somebody who's like they know he's tough, but he doesn't get pushed as much.
Mhm.
Like who probably should be getting pushed in some of those lines because he's probably one of the better wrestlers in the lineup, like one of the best probably. But like he doesn't get that push. But yeah, all
Hmm.
right, we're gonna put you with him to kind of build you up. I don't think he's gonna be top guy yet because as you said, the whole line. But I do
Hmm.
think by next year you're probably gonna see him around like the mid card belts
Hmm.
and stuff. And maybe like 2 years from now, you might see him when he's super established now, probably going to like that top world heavyweight champion because by then Cody, Roman, and them probably will be part time type wrestlers and stuff like that. So he's
Mhm.
like the
Okay.
next
Yeah.
line to come up. So I'm interested to see where that goes with him. Trick is my guy. I want to see where him and the Trick they reestablish that beef again and go through again because
On
that was
the
probably
main roster.
on the main roster because
Hmm.
that was cooking on NXT and how they
Mhm.
set it up. They had like videos, they had backroom stuff happening, like
Hmm.
like it was like a full fledged production and stuff like that. So we need to see that. And fuck it, Triple H, get back to them like fire ass promos. Like I need like the My Way promos and keep
You gotta
rolling.
have the right music. Yeah, them reels was
Yeah.
fire, bro.
The My Sacrifice promos with the cut scenes. I need all them shits back. But let's get back to that. My
Mhm.
fault. I have to get
No, no,
that.
you good. You good. So I do have a question based off that. Like, y'all don't. I remember for my memory from wrestling back in the day is that we had those feuds that wasn't surrounded by a belt. Like there
Mhm.
wasn't the end goal wasn't like, okay, where's this person going? Are they going to go next? Are they go challenge for the belt next? I feel like with this is what they're doing with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes is like we have that epic feud that's not surrounded about around the belt, and then that is not for number one contendership or nothing like that.
Hmm.
They're just cooking. They just going at each other, and I feel like after this, he could go on to the next. Like both of them could go their separate ways and have their own feuds and probably have callbacks back sometime down the road. But I
Hmm.
do like the fact of there's a feud that has nothing to do with the straight up wrestling. I'm not trying to win a belt. I'm just trying to show you I'm better than you. Plain and
Hmm.
simple. So
Like the
I
Punk
fucks
and
with
Drew
that.
shit.
Yeah, like the point. Well, they're making it personal. But yeah,
I mean, he spit on the man. He spit on him.
He
It's
did make it
personal
personal.
now.
It's personal now. Bro, once we get past the gorilla, we gonna send it to
Yeah.
you.
Once I go through the curtain, like it's up. You better throw your dick beaters up because it's over. Fuck out of here.
um, but yeah, next up, I want to talk about the Cody Rhodes
Yeah.
KO
Yeah.
promo. That was good.
That was good.
Hmm.
It kind of made me excited for this match because it was showing like, okay, Cody was like, hey, first of all, Cody was acting crazy. The only thing that he lost me was like, KO, I love you. Like, all right, my man, watch your mouth. We on live television. But
Oh, let me check some 40 deuce to that. That was crazy.
we gonna tell him.
Can't tell his man he love him. Like, yo, bro, I love you,
I'm
bro.
gonna
Like,
tell him.
that's not
Nah,
fire.
when you about
That's
to
his
fight that
dog.
nigga. Nah, you about to fight. And then KO bringing up his knee,
Yeah.
talking about, no, my man, you injured, bro. You injured. And
That was
it's like,
tough.
nah, I'm not
That
injured. What you talking about? Like, nah,
that
bro, you
that knee
injured.
shit when he was like, yo, why you ain't drop down to a knee to do your entrance
Mm,
like you always do? And I was like, I ain't even noticed he ain't do that shit. I was like, damn. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, and I know Shanor probably say this all the time. He huge KO fan. KO is so talented in every way, and he definitely gets overlooked a lot. I think KO he did enough tonight in that promo to be like, he might win.
he might win.
He
Yes,
might
I
win
was thinking that. He
because
might
Cody
win.
really don't like. Cody is such a big star now, and he's so good at the chase that he's way better at the chase than he is holding the title. And I know I said this to y'all before about a lot of people, and I said probably the same thing will happen with Cody. He's just such a perpetual baby face that it just works better when there's a good heel for him to go against. Right now, the heels, they're good in their own right, but they're just not at that level. And KO went and blurred the line like, hey, I'm not even a heel. But I mean, y'all know my track record is my track record.
You know what I mean?
And
Check
I
the
was like,
tape.
damn.
Check
Mm-hmm.
the tape. But
I think. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Trey.
no, I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
what you think about HB.
I think Cody leans. I mean, you can't blame him. He leans into the baby face hard.
Yes.
Like OD. Like how can I say? Like he overdoes it. Where's the eye, bro? Come on, son.
Bread.
You
The
can have
bread.
you can have a moment where you being real, like shit. Like he be really leaning into it, which is cool because it's for the character.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens not gonna win. We know that he ain't gonna win,
I
but he's not
I
gonna win.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think that there's more money to be made if Cody was to lose this and have a match where he's chasing that belt at Bad Blood than Cody going into it against Solo. Like we know Solo not gonna win.
He's not. He's not gonna. I think it's gonna be a heel. Somebody's KO is gonna have a heel turn. Like some fire shit gonna come from it. Like we're gonna see a switching or, as you said, a switching of the character with KO or something like something crazy is gonna happen. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Cody is gonna lose
I
because
mean,
the
is it worth KO heel turning if he doesn't get a match at Bad Blood with Cody? Because I would say I wouldn't make him a heel if he's not gonna get that match. Because then what's the point?
so you saying like what like him losing tomorrow?
I'm saying like say he becomes a heel in the match and somehow he gets screwed over and doesn't win,
Hmm.
right? We know who Cody is facing in October based on all the posters got the bloodline in it, and he
Mm-hmm.
did the commercial with Metro Boomin.
Hmm.
And Solo already said that he's gonna wrestle Cody or whoever wins. So that's why I'm like, more than likely, it doesn't make sense for KO to like full heel turn because he's not gonna be in that match.
So you expect him to lose tomorrow? Yeah.
No,
Then
I'm saying that I'm not sure how it will go. I'm saying that if KO wins,
yeah.
that now that gives Cody a different match. So maybe now Solo just interrupts that match to stop Cody from winning in Atlanta.
Mm. Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think that KO has an opportunity to win. Like, Cody could to win, which like that makes the most sense, like logically at this point, the way they booked it. But if KO wins and turns heel, give him the belt so that he is the person that Cody is now chasing. But while Cody is chasing him, he's also fending off the bloodline still.
That would be a repeat.
No, because he was chasing Roman though. He was chasing the bloodline at that time.
Yeah, it's like different variables. The same thing. He's chasing the belt. Boom.
Mm.
Then he's fighting off the bloodline while trying to win the belt. It's the same story. It's the same storyline. When we know ultimately they trying to get to the Rock and Roman and that whole shit. That whole shit is gonna be in play. So I feel like they're trying to keep him somewhat as an interested champion. This is why the bloodline shit is keep going around. And he's always kind of in and out of the bloodline storyline because they want. Because The Rock said he's coming back for him. So
I think he's also in the storyline because they put him on SmackDown. Because they could have easily flip flopped the titles and put like other people. Yeah, they could have put them on SmackDown. Like they could have easily did that because he technically like won a belt that was supposed to be 2 belts. So like they could have been like, all right, we're gonna shuffle, which they've done before, like move the champions over to different brands. So they could have did that, and then he could have did whatever. But like I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think that makes like the most logical sense. But I think they have an opportunity based on the way that they blurred that promo, where if y'all want to turn Kevin Owens heel, he could go on a run with that belt prior to Royal Rumble, if not WrestleMania or shortly before that. And it won't affect any other storyline that they telling. And it will give him an opportunity to shine. And he called it out. Like usually they like stray away from mentioning the last time they had the belt or how long ago it was that they were champion. And he's like, nobody gives him credit for being world champion because Triple H helped him.
Right.
So like there's something to this. Yeah, I think there's something to this. If he loses, I won't be surprised. But if he wins, I think we have opportunity to see a whole bunch of different shit. And like the thought is, it's either The Rock and Roman. But man, there's a lot of conversation about The Rock and Cody at WrestleMania 41 as well.
I've seen that.
That makes them. I agree with you because I do think him winning would. Because I'm, you know me, I'm always the type of like, let me put the belt on somebody else. I'm tired of seeing the same 3-4 pitch. So I actually agree with that. Like, it can change the dynamics. I disagree that I do think certain storylines would be affected if he became champion because it's kind of revolving.
Which ones you think would get
the bloodline to a certain extent? Because the bloodline shit was fire, but then it went over the top when Cody got injected. Like when Cody and The Rock got injected, like it was.
It went to the moon? I thought you meant like it went down.
Nah, it was already the stratosphere. It was already crazy. Cody and The Rock got interjected, and they start adding Stephen. It went over. So it's just like I think right now is if they do it with Kevin Owens, it can start different storylines and different stories. You can still tell the bloodline story, but it's only going to be interesting because of what Roman is going through.
But I think that's enough though.
Yeah.
Like Roman is on ice, bro.
Yeah.
Like. Have you seen somebody come to TV for 2-3 weeks and then go away for 6 weeks and then come back and still be just like he's not going to come back again until October, more than likely.
Yeah,
like right or end of September, like right before Bad Blood. That's when he's gonna pop back up, or he'll pop up at the pay-per-view. So like he literally he's telling the story without being there.
Facts.
And we know Survivor Series, we're probably going to get Bloodline versus Bloodline. So no matter what, like that story's not affected. Rock and Roman is more than likely not affected because Rock hasn't come back yet. So like, if
I wouldn't
Owens
care about
wins,
that storyline though. Right?
Which one?
Rock and Roman? Would you care? You like?
Hell yeah.
How can I say this? The way how the Cody shit ended.
I don't give a fuck about Cody's not important to their storyline. Not gonna hold you.
Nah, that Rocket
He
Roman
wasn't.
thing is still
I think he
happening.
was important. He was important in January because Cody won the Royal Rumble, and it was like The Rock was taking his opportunity away. But like from the moment that we knew we was getting that tag team match, we was like, oh, one of them is gonna screw the other one over, and then they gonna wrestle each other. So I was even more interested in the storyline of them wrestling each other after WrestleMania than I was before WrestleMania.
I
Shit, I
think
was interested in that storyline, like when he put Roman and Young Rock.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean it's bound to happen. As far as that Rocket Rumble thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to happen,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
feel like they planted the seeds for that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But the KO thing, I actually agree with both of y'all. When like I agree with both of y'all in the sense of KO winning the belt does give the opportunity one a fresh face champion,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a new champion in the sense of it's not Cody. Cody already he reached the mountaintop. He
Finish
did
the
his thing.
story.
Yeah, he did his
Finish the
thing.
story.
And I feel like uh KO deserves another run at a championship because I feel like last few times he lost to Roman, then he lost and then I think that was the last time he had a title shot, right? When he lost to Roman in that
Yep.
match. Or was that
The
Battle
last
Royal?
man standing match that
Last
he
man
should have
standing
won because Paul Heyman was fumbling with the handcuff keys.
right. So it's like yeah. So I feel like that'd be a good look. I think a heel turn would be beneficial for both Kevin and just the overall story. But I also agree with Snow's like I don't know how or Drew, I don't know how would that look going into Bad Blood if they already kind of advertised a solo for the championship. Now solo versus KO at the championship with a possible that doesn't to me
Mm-hmm.
that's not going to put people in seats. You feel me? It's going to Cody versus Solo will put people in seats, and then you also have the aspect of Roman coming back, who could
Mm-hmm.
possibly come back and screw over Solo again
Mm-hmm.
in another WWE a
Championship
championship
match.
match,
Mm-hmm.
and that I could then go into Survivor Series and all that other stuff like that. I feel like at the end of the day, the Bloodline story is their top story.
Mhm.
That is their main story. Everything else is branching off of this Bloodline stuff. So
It's the sacred timeline.
yes, exactly. The Bloodline is a sacred timeline, and then we have the different branches of
Incursions and shit. Yeah.
incursions and shit. Exactly. Shout out to our Marvel fans out there, B.
Yeah, fact.
But yeah, so yeah, I agree with y'all.
Can I add
With
this
that.
variable? I
Hmm.
I I think nobody wants to see the KO and solo thing, but I feel like if you heel turn them right, like it has to be a vicious heel turn where
Aren't
like,
they
oh,
both? Wouldn't they both be going into it as heels, but Solo got backup and KO don't?
Mm. KO wouldn't have any backup, exactly.
hmm.
Especially if he turned heel. Like now he
And
all
that's
that
why
Yes.
support.
I don't see him losing. That's why I don't see him winning. But because of all of these stuff at the end, that's why I'm like, eh. But like I do if he was to, it's how you heel turn somebody. Like it just gotta be real vicious. Like I feel like if he has like a vicious side to him, like I ain't talking no more. I'm just whooping somebody type out, almost like on some Stone Cold type shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
that might be interesting. That might
They
be
could flirt
interesting.
with that. They could flirt with that, especially by
Yeah,
bringing up
like
Cody's knee. He could attack
Mm-hmm.
Cody's
yeah,
knee the whole match.
yeah.
He could fuck up his knee the whole match, and
Hmm.
that he could flirt with that heel turn and I don't know. It could
Something
be
could be done.
somewhere along the fence, whatever. But yeah. Um,
Mm.
let's see what else happened on SmackDown. Oh, the cash in. You got to talk about
Oh, the fake cashing.
the fake
Yeah,
cash in. Or
I mean
if
they
you still want to talk about that, we can still
no
talk about that.
I was just gonna say like I think they playing it right. She gonna tease us for months with this shit. She
What do you
gonna
think
try
is
to
actually
cash.
going to happen?
I have no idea at this point. Like, 'cause I was texting y'all tonight, like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a
Mm-hmm.
rap. Meechin basically knocked Shorty out. It's a rap. You know Meechin not winning. Tiffany comes out, cracks her shit, is about to cash in, and Nia wakes up like, yo, what you doing?
I
I'm
was just
helping
helping you
you.
out. What you talking about?
What you
Yeah.
doing? Like, yeah.
It literally woke up like, what you doing here? Oh, I'm helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
gonna
they
it's gonna
they
be
playing
dope
that
whenever
well.
she yeah, it's gonna be dope whenever she cashes in. Now, again, I still might have this theory. I still might stick with this theory that it's gonna be a failed cash in. I feel like she's gonna cash in and not win. Because I feel like
Facts.
with the women's with the women's cash in, there hasn't been a failed one.
Nope.
Everyone has been successful. So I think they need one. Now, would that kind of mess up Tiffany and her trajectory? Maybe. Um, but I
You
don't
think
know.
so?
I feel like it would because I
I,
mean,
bro, I feel like Tiffany is like Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair put in one body and is mad charismatic. Like she got everything already. She like a builder. She's like a builder bear. Like they just came in like boom. She
mm,
got to be this height. She got to be this muscular. She got to have blonde hair. She got to be able to be this flexible. Like she do everything.
okay,
Fuck all that. She's already over.
okay. So
Also,
you think
yeah.
Yeah,
a
she's already
failed?
Also,
over.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So like, if she fell, it would be more of a push behind. Like, nah, we need to see her get a belt now. Y'all want, we want to see her
So
win.
you saying she's not Austin Theory?
She's not. She's not.
She's not.
Unfortunately, she's not a failed Vince project. She's not.
Mm,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
so
And
talking
Austin,
about
we could fight too if you want. I'm playing.
All right, bet.
so I'm talking
We gonna
about
have we gonna have a conversation about 6 foot and under wrestlers. Austin Theory is under 6 foot, so
Oh, he's under
y'all
six
could
foot.
y'all
yeah,
could
he is.
212. Yeah, mm-hmm.
I thought he was like 6'1", 6'2". Like,
Nah,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
oh shit.
Yeah, y'all
Right.
could fight. Remember you said that. Clip this up, Trey. I'm gonna need that for later.
Fuck it.
I'm
I'm
sending it
supposed to
straight
be
to Austin
scared.
Theory.
Send it to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put some gloves on.
All I mean, that's all I
Want
got
to
for
rubber with the champ. Like,
that's all I got for
That's what you.
SmackDown. Y'all got anything else?
Oh, the little they did their thing with the video. So this is my thing. I agree with Shanor. Throw me some videos. Throw me some vignettes. Sometimes everybody don't got to be on TV. Put
Mm-hmm.
other people on TV on those weeks that you don't got everybody in the building. Um, Bianca and Jade were not in the building, so they dropped a video talking about how they gonna win the belts back. And in
Mm-hmm.
the video, all I could think about is how Jade about to screw Bianca over. That's all I'm. They talking in unison. Is they doing the Jada Kiss Styles P rap together type shit? And I'm like, yeah, she about to violate you. She about
Yeah,
to cook you. Like Bianca, I hope you got your head on a swivel. I hope you on your Stone Cold DTA shit because yeah,
she's about to violate. Yeah, you can sense it now, and
and
this
it
is
might
what I've
not
been
even
looking
happen.
for.
Yeah, and it might not happen like this weekend. They might actually win the belts back, all that, and we're gonna talk about our predictions. But like, I just feel it now. She about to violate her.
Mm, mm,
So
yeah,
that video was tough. Again, whoever is doing the editing right now, it must be something from the early 2000s who was doing them Stone Cold rock shits because my son is on fire. Same with the person that did the Jimmy and Jay Uso shit from WrestleMania.
hmm
That shit was better than
yeah,
the match.
yeah.
mm,
I feel like a lot of shit was better than that match, but whatever.
that's crazy.
I, I think the intro to WrestleMania was better than that match, but whatever.
Shit was
Um,
tough too. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I
but
don't know if
yeah.
y'all caught that video. That they definitely threw it in around the commercials and shit. So like you might have thought it was a commercial and like stepped away, but
Hmm.
it was tough.
I didn't
I'm
catch
actually
it,
hyped
but
for that match.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the match. I didn't catch it, but I
Mm.
mean, as soon as you said it looks like Jay might be turning, I'm like, thank God, because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what we need, but whatever. All right. So speaking of Bash at Berlin, let's talk about our predictions. I'll go first because I'm gonna run down my predictions real quick. All right. So I got the match card pulled up. So for the tag team championships, let's start off with this since we just talked about Bianca. I feel like they're gonna win. I feel like they're gonna win their belts back. Um, Real simple. I don't
You
even
know
think
what's
they should have lost it to them.
you know what's crazy though? Like I just went and looked up the card. This is actually supposed to be the second match. Do you know what's supposed to open this fucking pay-per-view?
I feel like the strap match is gonna end up starting this shit off.
Cody and Kevin Owens is slotted to be the first match, the opening match of this
What?
The fuck?
pay-per-view.
The
Well,
Wild.
championship belt,
think about it. Where are they? They're
right?
in Germany.
So the main event has to be Gunther and Orton.
Gunther is from Austria,
Hmm.
right next
Okay.
door. Yep.
All
So
right.
Orton and Gunther are slotted to be the main event. So Cody and KO.
They
I'm about
starting
to
it
start
off.
posing like Gunther. I ain't gonna hold you. I fuck with you. Like saying, come in the
Um,
bedroom. I'm standing like that.
Would you would you beef
yeah,
out? Like
Put the
yeah.
slammy out.
Whoa, where are we going?
said you the
Yo?
you the bed general.
The bed general. You're in the ring general. I'm
You
just
you you gonna
saying.
wear the coat?
Uh,
You gonna put the
If
coat
I can
on
oh
get the
too?
my
coat on
God.
my mama, I'd do that. On my mommy, I would definitely
That's a
come in the
clip.
bedroom like
Oh, that's a
That's a
clip.
clip
You
for
got
real.
wallet. You got wallet. All right. So the next up, I'll see the CM Punk Drew McIntyre strap match, which is wild.
Hold
Pause.
on. Did we?
that. Hey, yo.
Oh, we ain't do no predictions.
Oh, I didn't say. Oh shit.
You
All right.
said
My
you said
fault.
that you think they're gonna win the tag team match.
My fault. Go
I
ahead.
also agree. HB, you leaning you letting the Alabaster sisters win, or is Jade and Bianca?
Black girl magic going with man.
I mean, all right, bet.
All right. Bet.
What about
Next
the
we got
KO
the.
Cody shit?
Let's do the KO
Since it's
Cody.
the opening,
I got
Cody winning.
Cody. Yeah, Cody.
I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm going KO.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's
Triple
wild.
H
I
is gonna
like
fuck
that.
everybody up and then be at the press conference like, "Yeah, I told y'all," like he be doing.
I told y'all anything's not
Hmm.
Yeah.
anything can happen.
Cody might need
Um,
time off too if he's actually injured. This could
that
give
would be
him
good.
a little bit of time off. Show up in Atlanta, wilding out with his
That's
uptowns
seven.
on and shit. He gonna come out with black ups.
And a Braves fitted.
Cody Raheem
Yo,
Rhodes.
Cody Raheem Rhodes. Yo,
All right, bet. So then I have up here the mixed tag team match between the Terror Twins and Dominic and Liv. I
come
feel
on
like
now.
this is going to
Pause.
be a
I, I gotta say this. Dominic gotta see me for like 3 minutes outside. He owe me like three
Wow.
minutes.
why you want to fight these people, bro?
You know why? Because you
Oh,
talk
okay.
about that video clip talking about Liv eating his tenders.
Live eat his tenders.
I don't know I don't know yeah, he owe me 3 minutes. He owe me
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
He owe me
Mhm.
3 minutes.
Live eating his tenders was
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
wild. It's
He was like,
wild.
"Oh, whoa, whoa, not like
Yeah.
that. Chicken tenders."
He owe me 3 minutes. And I can't even say nothing about Rhea. Well, Damon like 6'11" and shit. I don't know. You need a blicky for him. But
Yeah.
All right, all
And
right,
the crime counter goes up one.
right.
Okay, committing felonies on the pod and shit.
nah, I'm
Crazy.
playing. I'm
But
playing.
yeah,
But Dom got to see me.
I got the Turtle Twins to win that one. I
Nah,
think
I'm going with the Judgment Day. They jumping them respectfully,
okay.
jumping them.
What
It's
about
a,
you, HB?
I don't see. I don't. I think the Terror Twins is going to win because even if you jump them, that's just going to be it.
Right.
Like I don't see the story ending like that. I don't see the story like it doesn't make sense unless if they're going to prolong the story. Okay, then the jumping could possibly happen, but I don't see it ending like that. I got the Terror Twins winning because
That
they've been getting their ass up every week trying to get to them. So
facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. All right. Next up, we got the strap match between CM Punk and Drew
Pause.
McIntyre. Pause. Yes. Hey yo.
Hey, yo,
um, I got honestly, I got Punk winning this one.
I think he has to.
Yeah.
Got to even it up. He got to violate. So like they doing the strap match rules where you got to tap the turnbuckle, which I think is trash. But I think that one of the classics is Austin and Savio Vega. They did a strap match like this, and Savio Vega thought he was about to win. He goes to hit the fourth turnbuckle, and Stone Cold pushed him out the ring and hit that shit. So as he was going around, Stone Cold was tapping him too.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling that's probably gonna be the finish, but should be brutal.
Yeah.
There should be blood in this match. If not, I'm gonna be highly disappointed.
Right. Somebody's just doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly thought Punk did pretty good at SummerSlam for like his first match back in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, like he got the cardio up to go crazy in this match because we all know Drew could go.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he's like this 6'6" dude and he's heavy as hell and he can still like do high spots and all. Yeah, the match should be great. Should be like a 4-star match at the very least. But I'm thinking Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would make sense for him to win. Like if he loses, then that's it. He just lost the whole shit because Drew got what 2 or 3 wins over him at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless he
so
pulling out the Brian Pillman Blicky. And I'll go for that too. Go ahead, go
I take
crazy.
that too. I take that too.
I have to
But
wait
yeah,
until January on Netflix.
yeah, I think by default, CM is going to win.
Mm.
All right, and then last up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match between Gunther and Randy Orton.
Come on now.
Gunther's winning that. Randy Orton's not winning that.
Yeah.
I'm about to order that jacket.
What oh shit.
Yo.
Yeah. Nah,
Chill,
I
bro.
forgot what he was talking about. I was like, what jacket?
Chill.
You online shopping while you podcasting? That's
I'm
crazy.
about to order that jacket. You seen that callback? See what I did there? Yeah. Well, I'm about to order that jacket.
Triple H. Hire him.
I'm about to order. But yeah, I think Gunther's going to win. It doesn't make no sense. So I don't think Randy's winning. I think it's going to be let's see if Randy busts some new shit out. But I don't see Randy winning.
Again, to me, it doesn't make sense to put the belt on Gunther just on his first title defense. He loses. It doesn't make sense. I feel like we're going to get a good match. Don't get me wrong. I feel like we're going to get a great match. But I just think at the end of the day, I don't know. Does Randy Orton take a pin?
Yeah.
Or a submission? I think it's
he's gonna take a pin.
For that power bomb shit.
Yeah, bro. He's in Europe. That crowd is crazy. The crowd gonna be like the crowd was wild tonight. That LA night.
That's right.
I ain't never heard somebody cheer for Louis Kaiser before.
Right, that was going off.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can even see LA Knight's face. Like, hold on, like I'm supposed to be saying LA Knight. Yeah, I was saying Louis Kaiser. I was like, oh shit. All right, fuck it.
He got the extra crazy fade too. Cooking him like
yo,
he's sharp in the motherfucker. And he's cooking LA Knight like
bugging out.
All right, well that's it for the weekly shows, and I'll say weekly shows. Our predictions for Bash of Berlin. Next up, we have now. I don't know much about this, so hopefully Julie can explain more. But
so
we got
Wednesday, So Wednesday, so last weekend was that shit? All In, right? They had a pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan won the belt, by the way. So his career is not over. He actually on Wednesday was trying to end his career and then got attacked by somebody else, Jack Perry, whatever. John Moxley was not in England for All In. So everybody was like, oh shit, John Moxley, maybe he's not fucking with AEW no more. His music hits, but it's his New Japan music. So now they confused, like, what the fuck is going on? He comes out, he talks about how shit gonna be different. He's back. And when he's about to walk away, and Tony Schiavone, which is crazy, I forgot someone was even alive. The old announcer from WCW, Tony Schiavone, was like, yeah, and that was John Moxley. And he came back and he was like, yeah, this is not y'all show no more. Things are about to change. This is not y'all show. And then Marina Shafir, who used to be in the MMA Four Horsewomen with Ronda Rousey, who was in WWE. Her and John
Mm,
Moxley was beating up security
mm,
backstage during Dynamite. So now it's already
interesting.
thoughts. We saw Shane McMahon taking these photos with Tony Khan. You got two AEW contracted former WWE wrestlers making it seem like they taking over AEW, might be an invasion angle. What y'all think about that?
Oh, I don't like it.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. It's rinse and repeat. You're literally taking what happened in WWE and you're just applying it to what you got. And it's gonna come off crazy because like I'm a hater of AEW, but come up with some original shit because this shit is not. I don't think it's gonna hit. I don't think it's gonna hit. I think it's people gonna look at it. AEW fans are gonna be like, "Oh, this is great," because
Mm,
this is it's gonna be different than the invasion of WWE and WCW and ECW. Cool, y'all feel that way. I'm happy for y'all, but me just looking at it, I don't like it because again,
mm.
it's the invasion all over again, and we don't. All right, cool. Get your shit off.
See,
Hopefully, it
I
works
was
for
thinking
y'all.
it's like NWO type shit. Like when Scott Hall came out, like in the
Mm,
middle of somebody else's match, he like came out and then grabbed the mic and was talking crazy.
hey,
Like I'm
yo.
thinking it could be like that. I
Mm,
mean, it still is a repeat of a story that we've seen before. I just think it's interesting because Moxley doesn't do a lot of like different shit with his character, so this like adds some layers to his character. So might work. Um, I think Shane McMahon being on AEW will be tough either way though. Like if he show up on
yeah.
AEW, even if he acting like he trying to win a world title, like I'm with it because
No.
he's a McMahon. So
Hmm.
like you can
I
say
mean
what you want
that would ring
about,
bells. Yeah.
yeah, like he comes from like the royal family. So for him to like go and jump shit to the competition, especially at a time when they not hot, not as hot as they were like a couple years ago, that's crazy.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it will ring off.
okay.
That shit will bust. Pause. Um, yeah.
Where this shit at?
I think it will ring like as for the fact like it's a McMahon or AEW, the family that tried to basically keep AEW obsolete by not mentioning them, by acting like they don't exist. Now he's on AEW. And yeah, I don't see it as that regular story of like the WWE and the Alliance kind of thing. It does come off more of like an NWO, like hostile faction takeover kind of thing, and two billionaires, one owning the company, one that used to own the company, kind of knocking heads, stuff like that. I think it will make for an interesting storyline. Plus, with a McMahon there, might be able to add a little bit more structure to AEW, and you might start to get more structured storylines and long-term storylines, and people not just being taken and used for 2 weeks and thrown to the wayside. It might give more structure to AEW now that you may have a couple McMahons in there running or helping to giving them the secret sauce for the
Hmm.
for their entity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, so I want to see how it play out. I think that's kind of hot if they do it the right way. I think it will be hot. But let's see. You know what I mean? I'm interested. I'm kind of hyped for it. Let's see. I don't really watch AEW, but I'll watch it just to see what Shane is saying.
Yeah,
And
same.
and if
Do
Vince
you
pop up, that shit crazy. Oh,
Nah,
no.
bro, Vince not popping up, bro.
He'll pop up anywhere.
no
Probably into a
chance.
jail cell, but
Yeah,
that's about
facts.
it.
You can see Vince at Sing Sing. Fuck you talking about?
That nigga ain't going
But
to
but
jail.
do you think so? I don't know the I've heard rumors that Shane's kind of done with WWE. Like he wants to separate himself from WWE. Or WWE wants to separate themselves from Shane. But do you think that with him possibly going over to AEW, that it could kind of bring in that Forbidden Door type of pay-per-view type shit where we have that? actual
like the crossover.
promotion versus promotion type thing? Do you
But
think
who
that
gets
could
the
be a possible?
wins though? Like that's the thing I don't trust about. Like because I know so Triple H basically said he's WWE is over for business to do collaboration.
Mm,
And now they have proven that they're willing to win some matches and lose some matches. Like I think Joe Hendry is gonna win the NXT title this weekend.
that's big.
But at the same time, like when it comes to AEW, like who taking the L's? Like I'm what?
Mm,
Like if CM Punk involved, I know he ain't taking no L's.
he's taking 0. Cody's
Yeah.
not taking an
He
L.
probably
You
won't.
see,
He probably won't even be
Roman's not
involved.
taking the L.
you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the best people in WWE is gonna be like, yeah, you're bugging the fuck. Drew McIntyre taking an L to any of them little
Nah.
motherfuckers, like you're
Nah.
bugging.
Nah. You're
Roman,
right.
because if
Roman's
you do
definitely
the
not.
crossover, you got to bring Roman in. So Roman
Yeah.
probably who he wrestling Mox or Seth is wrestling Mox. They not taking no L to Mox. Bugging out. So that's why I don't think
could
it
see
ever could
that.
really work.
I could see that though. I could see them losing to a Moxley opposed to somebody that they don't know over there. Like if I gotta lose, I'll lose to John because he's from this kind of pedigree.
Yeah, that's they
Like,
man. Look, that's they
but,
man. Yeah.
yeah,
But I think even then it's gonna be like, nigga, I wasn't losing to you here. So fuck I'm losing.
Facts.
Fuck I'm losing to you now.
Facts. I wasn't listening when you was fucking Dean, bro. Let's keep it a stack. I ain't listening to you when you John. Like what you talking about?
Yeah. Like he never beat Roman, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole time he was there, he never beat Roman.
Okay.
So why he gonna beat Roman now? Like, so I think it would be dope if they could figure it out. But then it's also like it's honestly WWE against WWE. Ricochet gonna be wrestling motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Rusev gonna be like most of their key people. Daniel Bryan, Jericho.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I guess that wouldn't really make sense. Okay. I just figured I'd throw the question out there, see.
No, I think it's a dope
about.
idea. I just don't know how they would do it and the politics not get too woven into it where people start hating.
All right, but cool. All right, so it's top 5 time. Top 5.
Top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP.
Top 5. This week's
It's
top
tough.
5. We're going to do top 5 6' and below wrestlers.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I did not know half of
How
these
many
wrestlers
people
was under 6 feet tall. But I do have my 5 though. I do have my 5. Right.
But
And
I'm also ready. So
I actually will have an honorable mention as well, but I'll do that
okay.
afterwards. But if y'all don't mind, I'll start off with mine. I got in no particular order.
Okay.
I have Kurt Angle.
What?
Ken back.
Kurt Angle is 6 foot, bro.
What?
6 foot and under.
Yeah, he's 6 foot, bro. She know about taking his glasses off and put them back on. Go ahead, Trey. You said Kurt.
Sorry, I got Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam.
Oh, yep.
I got this one. Yeah, y'all probably like, really? But yeah, I got Taz.
Oh, yep.
I got Bianca Belair.
I was gonna keep the ladies out of it because most of them are under 6 foot.
Cool. Then I'll just
Because
swap my
most of them are under 6 foot. There's only so many of them that's over 6 foot.
Not a problem. I could swap it out. Then I got Big E for Bianca, and then Owen Hart.
Damn. I forgot about Owen Hart. Shit.
Yes, sir.
Damn. All right,
Yes,
but
sir.
Same thing, no particular order. So ain't no disrespecting nobody. I got Kenny Omega.
That's a good one.
I got Kurt Angle. I also got Rob Van Dam. Shit. I got AJ. I gotta take AJ Styles.
That's right, AJ Styles. Yep.
And then if we gonna do anything and under group, and we talking about dudes this short, how was Rey Mysterio not in there? Rey Mysterio number 5.
Shit, you said my shit. I was about to say. Yeah,
I'm bugging.
yeah, he said he ain't said himself. So yeah, you're wilding
And
out.
I ain't
I'm
gonna hold you,
bugging over Taz.
For ECW, Taz
Damn.
my favorite wrestler because
Mm-hmm.
I really got into ECW when Taz was going towards the world title, winning world title. He was the most dominant shit I ever seen, and he choked out
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Angle first night in WWE. But I can't keep out Rey
Right.
Mysterio or
Uh,
RVD. Kenny Omega is considered the best wrestler today, so I can't like. There's too many. The
oh, I
six
missed
foot
that.
and I left out Shawn Michaels. I
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
left out Brad. I left out Owen, and my list is still crazy. But Chanel, go ahead.
I got Chris Jericho.
Oh fuck, I forgot about Jericho.
This is gonna be controversial, but they can fight me. Chris Benoit.
I know it's not controversial on this pod.
Oh,
This is RNW for a
bet.
RNW.
reason.
See, you about to
When you
say.
when you figure when you figure it out, you figure it out.
You figure
If
out
you
the
know,
It's the
you
it's
know.
acronym,
the
then you know what it is.
RNW.
And we can always fight. That's the motto over here.
We could always fight.
So Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, um, Eddie Guerrero,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then
That's tough.
I gotta go with Perk Angle.
Per game, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I
No,
can
I
get an
was.
honorable mention, because
Shawn
I
Mm-hmm.
know
Michaels.
Trey had an honorable mention. Chanel, I don't know if you got an honorable mention for your shit. If I go with an honorable mention, not a lot of people know of this dude, but when I was coming up, like him and RVD was feuding a ton, and then they was tag team champions together. Sabu,
Mm.
that would be
Yes.
my honorable
Like
mention. Because Son used to do crazy shit off the top rope. I
Sabu
ain't never
was a
seen
wild
jumping
boy.
into the crowd. So,
Yeah. I give you that. Well, my honorable mention is what I replaced my Bianca with. So I gotta find a
mm,
new honorable mention. Um, I guess my honorable mention, I guess damn, it sounds bad, but it has to be Ray, I guess. That I forgot
Rey
about
Mysterio.
Ray. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about Ray. So shit.
Disrespect.
I know, man. I don't want to fight him though. I don't want to fight Ray. He made
Facts.
me.
Nah, he
I don't
got
want to
it.
fight Ray. Ray, you got it, bro. My fault. My fault, bro. I'll
My
fight your son
honorable
though. I'll
mention.
fight your son. I'm just playing.
Yeah, no fact. From tell down pull up.
Yeah, facts.
Damn, damn. So my honorable mention might have to. I feel like if I pick Shawn Michaels, that'd be too cliche. Um,
That's your
No,
list, bro. It's
no.
your list.
I got Finn Balor.
That's a
Mm,
good choice. You know who else is
okay.
tough that we ain't put on none of us got Shawn Michaels on the list, which is crazy. Mad
Mm,
disrespect. No, like you're a GOAT, bro. You be bringing sexy
word.
red and all them on NXT, no disrespect.
He's
But
excluded from the
also,
list because he's a legend. And you
how
ain't
we
really.
forgot the 1, 2, 3 kid, X-Pac.
You're right.
Son was high flying in martial arts before everybody else.
I
Low
ain't gonna
key.
hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's
And
a
it's gonna sound controversial. I used to be hitting people with the Bronco bus at school. We used to.
yeah.
What? What?
Ah, wow.
I don't even want to know. You got
No, we used.
it.
Come on, son. We
Clip
wrestled.
that up. Clip that up. That
You
was
gonna clip
crazy.
that up? That's crazy.
No, we're not cutting it out. We're using that because that was crazy. I
I'm
used to
sorry, bro.
Bronco busting people at school is
Bronco Buster
insane.
people
Boy,
is wild.
we used to wrestle at school, and I was the acrobatic kid doing the flips, doing all this stuff.
The real
People,
question is who was sitting there letting you do the Bronco
I don't
Buster
even want to
thing?
know. I don't even want to know. I don't want
That's the question, bro. That's the question, bro. Like, who really sat there? Was like, all right, hey, Bronco Buster, let's go. Like, who the fuck is doing that? Yo, that's wild. Um,
oh man,
no shit. I was
that's a true story too. Resurrection, holla at me. I remember me. I used to really be out here.
That's crazy. All right, yo, let's talk about all right, so question I have, or well, Drew
Damn.
had for all of us. Oh, we forgot
Damn.
one?
Nah, son, so we, Daniel Bryan, his
Mm,
career's coming to a close. We also didn't include him on the list, which is insane.
he's definitely on there.
He definitely top five.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think his legacy is?
Oh, I feel like my take on this is going to be crazy. All right. So I was not watching wrestling when he was heavy in WWE. I wasn't watching.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole yes movement, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of, his different phases. I think he was part of the Wyatt family for a little bit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that. And I I respect him as a wrestler, but I also don't feel like it was that special. But again, that's just me because
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really heavy on wrestling at the time that he was WWE champion and all of that. And I don't watch AEW, so I really can't really sit here and talk much about it. I just know for me, for what I know, it's a whole yes movement, and he was the one that lost his belt so that Kofi could win um
Mm-hmm.
the belt, which was big. So I give him that because again, I respect him as a performer. But as far as his legacy, I will say, I guess he's cool. I guess it's
Mm.
good legacy. He's a good, good champion, good person, I guess. So yeah, that's my take on it. No disrespect.
He did make the Kofi story fire. Calling him a piece of shit, essentially.
My son had a vegan belt.
Yeah, but honestly, I was never a fan of Daniel Bryan. I was just
Mm.
never like he never like it was never anything. I was like, oh shit, I'm trying to see Daniel. It wasn't. I'm not saying he's whack because for his size, for him to do what he's doing is fire. But it's kind of whack to me. They didn't have no substance. Like I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they can put him in any fire storylines besides the Kofi one. And I'm not saying that because Kofi is black. It was just a fire setup, like how he basically said,
Mm-hmm.
like, you don't belong here, you trash, green shit type stuff. And I thought that worked out because Kofi basically got overlooked like that. So that made him winning even bigger. But besides that storyline, I didn't see any. There was no other thing that made me like want to watch him. It wasn't. Mm,
I think his career is confusing. So like I wasn't watching as he was ascending, and then I literally got the network to watch WrestleMania 30, which is the WrestleMania where he beats I think he beats Triple H, Batista, and Orton all on the same night to win the belt.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the same WrestleMania that Brock breaks the streak against Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold you. He was him. He was him. He got trained by Shawn Michaels. He ticks all the boxes. He was Ring of Honor champion at a time where now when you look back at the WWE titles, most of them were held by former Ring of Honor champions. So whether that's
Mm-hmm.
Seth or Dean or Samoa Joe ain't get a chance to hold it, but a lot of AJ, like you name it, you go down the list. He was a champion right along when Ring of Honor was at its peak. So he won that world title. He won all the world titles in WWE. Now he won AEW's world title. Him and Punk showing up at AEW on the same night basically saved the company.
Mm-hmm.
They came out of COVID and dropped, two bombshells that they had these huge signees. So, nah, I think when you look back on the reason it's hard to say he connected with everyone, he had retired for a bit because of all them chair shots and all the concussions he had taken, back in the day. So it's like as much as I want to say he's like a for sure Hall of Famer, a legend, we didn't get like all. It's like Barry Sanders. Like
Mm-hmm.
we know how much potential he has and how good he was, but we can't really compare him to the like people who have full careers because he didn't get a chance. It's like T Mac too. Like
Right.
he didn't get a chance to have a full career for us to really measure him up against like all the other greats. Like we know he's good, but like we can't compare him to like Angle, for example.
Right. Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I think he'll go down in history more like that. Um, I think it's dope that he's calling his shot, much like John Cena. Like, all right, I'm gonna be done at this time. instead of like before when they basically like doctors told me he had to retire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, shout out to Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson. I'm not even sure which one is his actual name at this point,
Brian
but
Danielson. But at this point, it don't matter. It's the same shit, just backwards.
yeah, exactly. But shout out to him. Congratulations again on winning the AEW championship. Shout out to you. Cool. Now let's go on to who do y'all feel is the most underrated right now?
This is
Right now, the
tough.
most underrated. I have one person that every time I think about someone who's underrated, and when I think of underrated, I think of this doesn't get the to me doesn't get the push that they
Hmm.
should. Or some people just be like, oh, they're just a one trick pony, but they can actually do more. I'm always gonna say Ricochet. Ricochet to me is always gonna be someone when they ask me who's the most underrated right now. I feel like Ricochet. Yes, he's now in AEW, which whatever. I feel like that's a fumble on WWE because I feel like well, granted he wanted to leave, so I'll take that back. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ricochet is probably for me the most underrated right now
Hmm.
because I feel
I
like
think it's a
he's
fumble
used
on
to
him. Shit.
yeah because he wanted to leave instead of just. But also WWE should have been pushing him a lot more, like
Facts.
more.
Facts. But he went to AEW to be in a battle royal to not win that shit. Fuck is like if I'm leaving, my name got to get elevated. I'm not just gonna go be mid card at somewhere else. Like it's the same shit.
Point. Yeah, that's my person. Who y'all got?
Nah, Ricochet is dope. Damn. Like right now, it probably is gonna sound crazy because everyone is gonna say that she is rated correctly, but I think it's Bianca. I think Bianca has gotten into the elite tier of wrestlers. Like I think that there was before it was like, oh, she just got like the show of strength and she's mad athletic. But like
Hmm.
she's on the same level as Charlotte and all them.
I would agree.
Not just the mic work, but I'm saying in the ring, she is on the same level with them. And because she's not in the title picture, I feel like people are forgetting how good she actually is. Because she's standing
Okay.
next to Jade. So I think she's underrated right now. And I'm sure people it's hard to see that, but like she's not significant to the storylines today in the way that she has been like the last 3, 4 years.
Hmm. But as far as her performance, you feel like she's
Yeah,
up there.
I don't feel like nobody's praising her right now for being in this bum ass tag team with somebody that can't wrestle.
Mm. Fuck your shit, bro. All right.
Damn, where
No
that come
shade.
from?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, Jade is look. Jade looks the part, all
Listen,
that, but like she can't wrestle, bro. She can't wrestle.
she needs a lot of work.
Yeah, and Bianca got to carry that. Like, I mean, she got broad shoulders, but like everybody get tired at some point. And then what if they WrestleMania match is trash? It's gonna be trash because of one person.
Mm.
So
Um, honestly, I didn't really think. I don't who's severely underrated.
Hmm.
I feel like you bring up an underrated person every week, whether it's KO or
I was just about
Jay
to say
or
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro. You bring up an underrated person every week.
yeah.
When people well, no, because his ring work is trash. I was gonna say
Oh,
Dominic.
nah, he's dirt.
His ring work is
Yeah,
trash.
he needs more work, but I think like it's out of
Oh,
he could go when he needs to because he has
hmm
times that he looks great in the ring, or I won't say great, but he looks really good in the ring.
hmm
But his outside of the ring work is what's makes you want to see him. Like, he's a great heel right now, but
I got one for
underrated.
y'all.
Stick to my guns. Definitely always say Kevin Owens. I think he's the unsung GOAT. Um,
Okay.
He does everything. He does high flying. He does power moves. He on terms of being on the mic, he's solid.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows how to sell a story when he needs to. And then he's the guy that you put in there when you need big bumps, and he takes big bumps and stuff like that. So
No,
I,
yeah, for real.
I, I think he's severely underrated and probably should be. There's two guys really, and should be at the top or be pushed like that. And my other one, Samoa Joe.
Mm, I
Mm.
like that.
I
I
think
got another one for you
Samoa Joe
when I
is
get it.
he's 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 that guy. Like when they was letting him go crazy and have his moments on the mic,
Mm.
like you be like, oh shit, like, dude is
Yeah.
bugging. Like,
Yeah.
That shit set
He
the
should have
shit
won a
apart
world
as hell,
title.
though.
mm-hmm. Those are my
Facts.
two.
See, the person I probably left out is Finn.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Finn, Finn a good team player because Finn got everything.
yeah.
Charismatic, he got the look. He could do it in different ways. I mean, he could be Demon Finn. He could be the cool guy with the leather jacket and all. Like Finn got all the ring work. He could talk all the shit on the mic. Like Finn got everything. So the fact that Finn hasn't been a world champion again
Mm-hmm.
is kind of crazy. But Finn can make like the most insignificant feud seem dope just by the matches.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Despite his performance, I definitely
Yeah.
agree with you.
Just by the matches. You be like, oh, like I don't give a fuck about this match, but I'm watching the match like, oh, he going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they putting in work. Like his match with Brock, that
Mm-hmm.
shit was probably a minute ago now, probably 3 years ago now. That shit was crazy. At some point, I was like, Brock losing this match. And
Mm-hmm.
then the light had cut back on, and Finn fell. I was like, oh, this is crazy. So
So I
yeah,
got one for y'all.
I'll go with Finn.
I should have said Dolph Ziggler. I feel like
Ah,
he is definitely underrated.
same shit. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like
Got
Dolph Ziggler,
everything.
or I don't know what name he's going by right now, but
He's under
his actual
his like
name,
regular name, Nick Nemeth. Still,
Nemeth. There we go.
that shit literally sound like a wrestling name. Like son, like was fuck.
But yeah, shout out to Dolph Ziggler because even though his finisher was kind of trash, Zigzag is kind of trash. But
That shit don't
Mm-hmm.
work. What Roman said to
This
Cody?
shit don't work. Wonder why you can't win a match. This shit is trash.
yeah, but yeah, shout out to Dolph Ziggler. I
Yeah,
feel
he a
like
world champion right now.
yeah, but I feel like especially his run in WWE, he was definitely underrated. They
Mm.
underutilized and all of that shit. But yeah, that's my choice there for most.
Damn,
Well,
yeah,
my two,
yeah.
my two. If y'all got more,
Oh,
screw me.
you know who's underrated?
Who?
He's been underrated in two companies.
Who's that?
Rusev, Miro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely,
He's
absolutely.
like he's the shit I'm worried about for Ricochet. Like, okay, you wanted to leave. I get it. They wasn't pushing you. They wasn't giving you no dope creative, all that. Son, but what's AEW gonna do? Because Rusev he ain't this shit.
But
Hmm.
I can't blame him. I mean, some you sitting there, you've been brought into matches to lose. You're taking big bumps. You're not getting a serious run. You're not even
Mm.
going on mid card. I'm like, I'm about to skedaddle too. Fuck out
I
of
mean,
here.
but him
I'm,
taking big bumps is like a part of his like whole shit. That's what he does. So like, I
yeah.
don't know how like.
But if I scratch your back, can you scratch mine every now and then? Can I get pushed a little bit? Can I? Because it's the same thing with Finn. Finn being injected in these storylines look good as shit or help the storyline progress, but don't get no real
Mm,
airtime. Which I did as a consolation prize is put him on the tag team champion.
mm.
Are you fucking kidding
But
me?
does it? Would you rather get the bigger bag in WWE and not get pushed, or go to AEW to supposedly have new opportunities to also not get pushed?
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think after a while, yeah, the money is fire. But then it's like, son, I'm being wasted here. Like I could be doing much more. I want to be a part of the five storyline. That's like,
Hmm.
son, you went to the league and you making a big bag, but
But you ain't
after
get
a
no
rough,
burn.
you're not
Yeah.
getting no burn. Like you like, yo, at
I
some
ain't gonna
point you
hold
get
you.
played too.
I'm not tripping. I'm not
I
tripping.
got
I'm
a
not
ring.
tripping.
I got a ring.
Because if they like, yeah, you gotta go to China, like you can get a bag and all that, but like don't nobody still know you. And then I get to China, like, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you riding the bench, bro. 6 man type shit. Nah, hell no. Like I did that already. So I can't like think about how many people have left WWE and didn't win a world title that were like in that picture or have held mid card titles and then like didn't get that look over there.
Mhm.
Like shit don't make
Makes
no
sense.
sense. Yeah, like I'm going over there for what? Just to be I'm going over there to be the ops?
Pretty
That's it?
much.
Like you don't got no other reason for you just hire me because I worked over there? You didn't hire me because I'm nice at this shit?
I mean, it's just another. How can I say? It's just another. It's another outlet for you to try something. And he might have it in his eye, in his mind, like, yo, let me try to pull what some of these other guys are doing. Going, even though I'm Ricochet, everybody knows me already. I already got a name, but let me leave for a year or two, do what I got to do, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
come back and have a fire run and actually be taken serious than just sitting here doing all these big flips, all these big bumps, and I can't even get a serious run. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I
Yeah.
understand. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
I
double-edged
don't
sword.
disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm saying that my level of frustration, if I was them, if I'm frustrated in WWE about not getting a push, I'm probably 10 times frustrated in AEW that I'm not getting a push.
Mm,
Mhm.
Because no matter what, just because I was over here and I came to AEW, my platform, my Insta, all that shit is bigger than everybody over here.
mm.
Mhm.
So why the hell is this random dude who just came from Japan getting pushed over me?
Good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Especially
bet.
like if people can acknowledge that I'm underrated, like Ricochet. Like everybody know Ricochet nice.
Yeah, but I guess the companies are not utilizing them the best. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know who fault does it fall on him for not being more aggressive with creative? Like, yo, you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Probably to some degree. I mean, I think maybe he was like how I just said, if I was in the league and I was getting a bag, like maybe after for a while he was like, fuck it, I'm just here, getting this paper,
mm.
I'm living good, life different. You see my shorty, she on social. I mean, and then eventually he just like, yeah, I'm bored now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he wanted it, but like man, I hope he negotiated like, yeah, I'm gonna need these opportunities in here. Like
Yeah.
I need to be the guy at some point in this contract. Like don't have me here and not doing that. Because it seems like they really only elevating they peoples.
Mm.
Like the people that are connected to the elite, those are the people they elevating. Or former WWE legends like Jericho, Bryan Danielson, like they own Moxley, they're only elevating them. They're not really looking out for a lot of the other guys that are there, other than like MJF, and that was the fans. I feel like I don't
Mm.
even think that was like I don't think they wanted to do that. It was like, oh, we can give it to somebody that's not Punk. That
Right. Right.
Mm.
All right. But
yeah,
all right, y'all. Well, I thank y'all for your input. Thank y'all for listening and watching. This is the RNW podcast. We'll catch y'all next week. Y'all be cool.